In my 24-year career, I've treated, gosh, I don't know how many, I think I've probably given well over 100,000 treatments by now. I've been to 70 different countries, and I have to say, it's through my travels and studying with, and spending time, really quality time with some of the indigenous people. There's not a lot of the indigenous people, right? I guess we were all that at one point. But anyway, it's pretty phenomenal to bring all that I've learned back to the center and all that I've learned from my patients. I am so grateful. And I'd have to say that at least probably about 25% of my clientele comes in with this issue, wanting to lose weight, struggling with it, can't figure out why. And this is also an important time to talk about this because there's an obesity epidemic right now and a diabetes epidemic, especially growing among our children, and is expected to grow even more in the next 1 to 3 years, exponentially. Why? We'll go into that, and we'll definitely go into that, but this is just something that, if we want to stay healthy longer and to age really well, managing our weight matters, and more so in terms of blood sugar metabolism, but also in terms of how we feel and also the health of our bones, just to name a few. So I'm going to give you a brief scenario of what I consider are the most important factors in terms of weight loss. I mean, the people who are here in this audience don't look like you have that much weight to lose whatsoever, but I know the personal struggle. I'm actually 50 now, and believe it or not, I'm doing okay at 50, but it was even in my late 20s, early 20s, even when I was in college, I would be running seriously. I was a marathon runner forever. I had more challenging times with my weight when I was exercising a lot. And fortunately, this is coming out in the news. Of course, when I went to college, that was the time where we were told that the best way to be fit and healthy was low fat and high carbohydrates. And believe me, I struggled like crazy because I ate so many carbohydrates and I just could not deal with the extra 5 or 10 pounds. I mean, seriously, running 30 to 50 miles a week and struggling with my weight way more than I do now. So that's just a big factor that we're going to definitely want to mention early on because it's something that's overlooked. A lot of us over-exercise, and that actually causes weight loss resistance. So I'm going to start with the biggie, and that is food. The number one issue is food. Now, food is a big topic, and I really believe, I wrote a book called Travel with Vitality, 7 Simple Solutions to Sleeping Well, Staying Fit, and Avoiding Illness. And I did a lot of research, and I had a whole chapter dedicated to food. And it's quite extraordinary, in how many doctors, especially in the natural, integrative, functional medicine world, firmly believe that it's 80% of the solution to preventing disease, to whether you have any type of health issue at all. We all need to look at what are we nourishing ourselves with, what are we feeding ourselves with, and also the timing of when we feed ourselves.